Tomorrow, Haley and I are going to Camp Fork Campground. Camp Fork Campground. It's in Washington. It's like 3 hours from here. We've explored a little bit in Washington, definitely not as much as Oregon. Hair just wet in my throat. But one area of Washington that we have not spent much time is around Mount Adams, and that's kind of where this campground is. It's on the, I think it's on the base of Mount Adams, kind of near St. Helens, but closer to Mount Adams. It's supposed to be a pretty primitive site, so we're making sure to pack, you know, a bunch of water and just trying to make sure we have everything, just so we don't have to travel real far back and to find some sort of town. There's no towns nearby. I think that's good. Kind of hard to tell. Like I said, hair just sticks to everything right now. I'm trying to get some bread made before I go to bed and we take off for camping tomorrow. I started preparing the starter 2 days ago, but then I just got so busy I had to just put it back in the fridge. And then took it back out and it's just been a hectic week. Took it back out and it was bubbling, it's so active, and I just couldn't do it, so I put it back in the fridge. Today, earlier, I was able to actually get it out, and I just added like a little bit more water, just a little bit more flour, just to reinvigorate all the bacteria in there. And it, just like before, it's just so warm, it just made everything so active. It got going again, and I was actually able to get everything ready to go. Got the oven warming up, and this time to score the bread, Haley and I ordered some actual razor blades. We use a shaver that uses those blades, but this is also super helpful for scoring bread because they're just razor sharp. Now, I don't want to show this whole process, but I'm going to show the scoring of the bread and the final product. Alright, so I'm going to do these first, and then I have a nice beautiful round one later. So, I'll try this blade. It's probably not the safest to hold something so sharp in your hand, but what can you do? Still, that's not that sharp. Just one on this one. I actually got the blade a little bit wet to continue this. Wow, that's a lot of steam. Okay, and for this one, I have a design that I want to go for, but you saw how well I did on the last one. It didn't go very well, so we'll see. I feel like the more I'm going at this, the better I'm getting. Which makes sense. Alright, you can take a look at the scoring. Here's the first one. Nothing too exciting. Second one looks okay. I mean, still super shallow. Still not really sure how deep to go. Here's this third one. Almost looks like nothing happened. And then the last one with the star shape looks pretty nice. It didn't rise very much, that one, but it looks pretty. We have almost made it to our campground. I mean, we're like 9 miles away, but those 9 miles is gonna take about 45 minutes to get there. The road we're traveling on isn't too bad, but it is a gravel road, and it's just nice and slow and curvy, and like those little ridge bumps, vibration bumps are everywhere. Look at this road, what we're getting ourselves into.
What do we do if we get flat tires?
We get a flat tire, I mean, we'll change it and then try to make it back through this on a little tiny flat or a little spare.
What if like we can't? What if we have car problems and we get stuck?
Deal with it when it happens. Yeah, this road's getting real rough. We have 5 miles remaining, but that we're traveling like at 2 miles an hour, so super slow, walking speed. So far the car's making it. It's nothing super crazy, but yeah, I see it. But it's definitely not meant to be driven on by a car like this. Trying not to complain too much, but this drive sucks real bad. The speed that we're going is seriously like half the speed of walking. It is so slow, and the area is so rocky. I'm super afraid I'm gonna screw up the car. Definitely the worst road this car's ever been on. Taking a little bit of a break. We've traveled 1.5 miles in about 45 minutes probably. Just taking a little bit of a break, so because it's just stressful to make so many micro adjustments while we're going over just rocks and crevices and dips and.
Seems like at least up until that point it's fine.
Like this, that corner's okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, this is a little rocky, but.
And then you get a little area that's like you think, okay, we're out of it, and no, it only lasts for just a few seconds, and then you're back into something that was even worse than before.
I'm gonna pee right here.
One of the nice things about being way out here is the solitude. Like you don't hear airplanes, you don't hear cars. It's just nothing, except for nature. And these goddamn mosquitoes. Blow a mosquito off the lens right there.
Is any of this poisonous?
Let's look. I don't see anything. We're getting close. Here's a little sign to kind of show you just how in the middle of nowhere we are. Alright, as long as everything goes planned, we should be checking into the campground right about... to the river. The scar and this western cedar. Native Americans peeled a section of its bark. I love this color of water. How it's like clay colored.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Mabel says that's where we put the tent. Alright, Mabel. You got it. There were quite a few sections on that road where I did not think we were going to make it. Like so many times I had to stop the car, put in park, put the parking brake on, and go walk the next part to just try to figure out like how I was going to get the car through it. Like every new section constantly was a new puzzle to solve, like how to get through, how not to break the car. And there was one spot that was just a big mud pit, and I got out and I was like, this is the spot where we have to turn around. And this was only 1.5 miles before this campground. But we kind of got we got one tire right on the cliff of the edge of the cliff, and then one was like in the mud, and we were able to barely get through. I know every time we go camping, I do a time lapse of us setting up the tent, so guess I'll do the same this time.
Life tasted sweet when I was the bad twin. Devil himself sat waving me by. All of my tattoos, they were of no use. No monetary value.
You want me to show you? So it has this that you were doing. You were getting gets underneath the thing. You just use like all the leverage right on that part. And like I'm keeping like an upward pressure there so it doesn't come off. Upward pressure there. Makes sense? This is a Army can opener, and they all have numbers too depending on the size. I don't know what this number is, but it's like a 36, so it's supposed to take 36 movements around a can for it to work. And there's bigger ones that are like 24 or something like that. You want to get a photo and then I'll do that?
That's fine.
Good, do it. He's getting extra color. Okay. Now we can almost eat. This was it. You ready, Zach?
What I dropped in this.
This is Haley's first s'more in years and years. Oh.
I think mine are done falling down.
And you're gonna use Reese's?
Reese's.
Not the most appealing side, this side. Mabel, what's this?
Can you see my phone? Hey, you can't have that. That's mine. Alright.
You haven't had Reese's in years either. Alright.
You got it.
Yeah.
So much sugar.
Yeah. So sweet. These are 2 potatoes that we cooked on the fire last night. Just poked holes in them, put a little bit of oil, and then cooked them in the coals. Cooked them last night for breakfast today. Let's see what these look like. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh, perfect. And then a little bit of this seasoning, which is just a mixture of stuff. Mostly like nutritional yeast, onion powder, garlic powder. Just a smattering. And then topping it off with some cheese between the layers. Going to attempt to cook eggs over the fire in a cast iron pan. Now this cast iron pan is not super seasoned, so hoping we don't end up with just a stuck egg mess. Two at a time, actually. Hey, this is gonna work. Since the cast iron uses, or keeps so much heat to it, hold it off there. This is working perfectly. Let's see what this potato looks like. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Really good.
So we packed up camping and we're on our way north to Randle. And we're definitely not doing the road that we took into the campground yesterday. But as we were heading to Randle, we were looking for a place to hike, and we came across this place called the Something Interpretive Cave. So we took the road, and as you can tell, we got ourselves into some shit, and we had to back way down this hill. There's a cliff to the left, and just about to the bottom now. But yeah, the spot that we were hoping to go, this car won't make it through. Some just big ditch divots. Ditch divots. So we're getting ready to take off on the trail, and I'm over here going pee, and I look up, and what do I see? Bigfoot hair. Yep, right on this tree. We'll bring it over the car, take a closer look. Here, hold this. What do you think it is?
Definitely Bigfoot hair.
Bigfoot hair? All right. We're in Bigfoot territory for sure. So this trail is called Trail. And whether or not this is actually Bigfoot territory, this probably is bear territory. So I got my keys. Can jangle them while we're going along. And Haley has her whistle. So we can stay safe with both of those. So I have a special bear call that prevents bears from coming around, lets them know that I'm in the area. And I made it, and there's another bird out in this direction that also makes the same noise. Maybe it thinks I'm calling for a mate. Whoop! Different noise this time. Whoop! I'm talking to it. I'm half bird.
Yes, you are.
There was an infographic over there talking about the Native American people in this area using this like bow and arrow type spear tool called like a astable. Had a lot of consonants that didn't make sense with my tongue. But they talked about how they used to bring animals or like scare them to this wall where they couldn't really escape, and that's where they were able to catch them. Kind of interesting. And here, ooh, Lazler Cave.
Oh, cool.
Huh. camera is showing this better than real life. It's probably mighty grainy though, but I think the cave ends right there. It's kind of hard to say. If it does go further, it's real skinny. Where'd it go? Yeah, if you look right down in there, right up here, there's a spricket. Right in a cave, right where they belong. Yeah, over there, you can kind of see it, but it's Tower Rock. And then there's just so many sections throughout this area of land where it talks like what they did in what area. Like up there, I guess there's a lot of mountain goats, so that was kind of a mountain goat hunting area. So cool. There's another lookout over here that Haley's checking out. This tree is really cool. The bark peels. And it's so smooth.